All right, and we're going. This is great. This is an honest conversation. I'm Paul Ramirez. Haven't made one of these in a while because I've been busy. Life's been fucking weird, man. It's been busy, and like I've noticed, there's been a lot of changes happening in my life. I mean, that's just life, I guess. But it's like everything just feels like it's going so fast, and then you just look at stuff, and then you get angry. You get angry at so much stuff that's bullshit. And then people get mad at you because you're getting angry. It's like you can't have a break in this fucking world. You know what I mean? And it's like one of my personal things I like to do is I like to complain a lot. You know, it's a personal hobby of mine. It's fun. And then people get mad at you for complaining. It's like, well, why don't you do something about it to fix it? It's like, look, the thing I'm complaining about, honestly, I'm complaining about it because it's like it's not even that big of a deal to me. It's just fun to complain. You know? And honestly, what I'm getting a thrill out of is now that I'm complaining and you're getting mad at me for complaining, you just started complaining about my complaining. Therefore, I won. You know what I mean? It's fun to complain. It's fun to bitch about shit. Like, I don't know why everyone wants to be a motivational speaker now. Everyone wants to, like, every time someone says something, like, on social media or Instagram or whatever it is, they always think they're either saying something meaningful or they're posting memes. And the people who are posting like things or posting shit that's like meaningful is because they probably have like one friend who they want to fuck, and every time that one friend is down, they try to say something to them to cheer them up. And that one friend they want to fuck really doesn't gets advice from multiple people. So all they ever tell them is like, "Wow, you know, you're so smart and wise. You should give me more advice. Please give me more advice because you're so smart and wise." But the reality is that person they just want someone to talk to. And then that dude who's been trying to hear all the who's been feeding her all this motivational shit, starts thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe I am a fucking genius. Maybe people really do want to hear what I have to say. And then, like, the reality is, like, everything they have to say has been said a million times before. God damn it, what's going on now? Fuck you, Apple. I'm in the middle of a rant. I'm talking about shit that's important. But it's like everything you have to say has been said a million fucking times before. And now that we have the internet, you know, it's like whatever you're saying just truly just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. You could be talking about, like, politics, or you could be talking about, I don't know, your marriage, or complaining about some bitch at the grocery store. And it's all been said probably a billion times before, over and over again. You probably already said that thing in the past, completely forgot you said that, and then got drunk one night and then tweeted it out again. So there's those kind of people that exist, and then there's the people who are just not funny, and they post memes. And don't get me wrong, I post memes too when I'm pretty shit-faced. But if you're just posting memes constantly every day on your story, and you're like 25, the honest truth is that you're probably not funny. You're just posting other funny shit so people can, like, look at you and just think, oh, wow, this guy has a relatable sense of humor. You know? And it's like, that's the thing, like, I don't get what everyone has, and I'm guilty of it too. Like, I'm totally guilty of just posting shit that just doesn't really fucking matter. But at least I feel like I'm better than people. Maybe I am a narcissist. God damn it. I don't, virus and threat. Windows Defender did not find, well then if you didn't find any viruses, why are you notifying? I don't need your notification. Notify me when you have a fucking Indian tries to break into my computer. It's been fuck God, piece of shit. Okay, anyway. So there's that. Anyway, I'm having a great day. I'm home alone. I'm finally home alone. And it's like, I'm usually home alone all the time. When I make these podcasts, it's because I was home alone. But lately, I just started living with a lady. And it's I don't know what it is. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what it is. And I love the lady. But she lives with me and my parents. And she likes my dad. Her and my dad get along really well. So it's like, I can't do anything right around in this fucking house. I can't do one fucking thing that's right without getting fucking nagged all the time. The only person who doesn't nag me is my mother, and that's just because she's asleep all the time. Which is why, God fucking bless her, I love her for sleeping all the fucking time. But everyone else is just always on your fucking ass, even when you don't have to do shit. Like yesterday, I was cleaning out my closet, and she was helping me, and I'm grateful she helped me. But I have a drawer where I just kind of just stuff shit. I stuff my underwear in there, my socks in there, T-shirts where I cut the sleeves off. Just shit. I just stuffed shit in there. And she got mad at me because I took everything out, and I just stuffed it right back in there. So she made me take everything out and fold it And then she watched me fold it like I was 10 years old. It's like, it's my shit. If I want to stuff it in my drawer, first off, she has her own drawer, so I don't get why she's getting mad at that. I mean, if we were sharing a drawer, I'd get it. I get why she'd get angry. But the fact that it's my drawer, it's my dresser, if I want to have it fucking messy, I'll have it fucking messy. And the whole argument always is, well, what if you need it and you can't find it? It's like, I know it's in the pile of shit. I know it's in the pile of shit. I just got to stick my hand in there and pull shit out until I find the right one. And then with all the other shit I pulled out, I just stuff it right back in the shit. That's how it works. But no. You have to be clean. You got to be tidy. It's like my room. Look, my room's not dirty. It's never a fucking mess. But it's also never like perfectly clean. Like if I have people over, I'll just put shit in the closet to hide. And that's my version of cleaning it. And I don't see anything wrong with that. That whole thing with like Jordan Peterson, it's like clean your room. You got to clean your room. If you don't clean your room, and then you read who these books are for, like these self-help books, and it's like, yeah, they're for people who are like bitches. Like, I'm sorry, but it's like I don't get the whole thing of this whole self-help thing. Especially like, okay, maybe if you're lost, my whole thing's gonna be ageism. This whole episode's just gonna be tailored around age. Like if you're 20 and you're looking for that shit to better your life, yeah, I get it. You should start bettering your life and getting on top of your shit. I mean, I'm one to talk. I'm kind of a bum, but I'm aware of why. I don't need the why. And I know how to fix it because I've gone on good paths before. I'm just right now, I'm just on a bender, you know? But I know how to pull myself out of the bender, and I don't need a fucking guy who sounds like a goddamn fish telling me I need to clean my fucking room. No, the truth is I just need to cut back on the drinking. It's pretty fucking simple. But anyway, I get if you're 20 and you feel lost and you go with something, you type on the internet like, I'm depressed, I want to kill myself, my dick doesn't work. You type that shit in, and all of a sudden it's either dudes with cigars complaining about women, telling you shit, like, it's just obvious shit they're telling you. And half the shit they're telling you is also bullshit, because you're saying all women are like this. It's like, maybe like psychologically. But I mean, you also have to put it in. It's like, yeah, maybe if you want to fuck these women, because really all these guys do is they just train you how to like bait women into sleeping with you. And it's like, that's cool if you just want to fuck them. But if you want an actual relation, they never talk about like the understanding and stuff like that and reasoning. And trust me, the reasoning's the hard part if you have a fucking ego. But you got to reason. And they never tell you like, oh, you know what? If you get in an argument and you know she's wrong, just let her know just lie to her and tell her she's right. Because that's really what it fucking is. But no one ever says that. All they do is like, you just got to treat them like shit. You got to have a bunch of women. And then you wonder why your favorite one left you. Oh, yeah, because maybe she found out you're a bunch of fucking women. Right? And then they have this whole thing. It's like, you can fuck other women, but she can't fuck other dudes. Like, how the hell is that fair? I mean, also, it's like you both should just be. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what I'm ranting about. And then the self-help guys, again, they're just for depressed people. But again, if you're 20, I get it. If you want to fuck random whores, go ahead. You're young. Get that spotted dick. And if you want to better your life, go ahead. But if you're 30 and you're fucking relying on this shit to fix your life, you should have gotten this shit yourself together by 28. You know, people have probably told you, your parents told you, a friend, family members, hey, you're kind of a fucking loser. Get your shit together. And it's that simple. You just got to call if you really want to get your shit together, take this from me. Take this from me, the 21-year-old who's basically married. If you want to get your shit together, just get called a loser 5 times a day. Get told you're an alcoholic, and then maybe in your head just be like, yeah, I should better myself. Maybe I should better myself. In case you couldn't tell, I have a lot of energy today. I drank 3 cups of coffee and worked out. So basically, yeah, I'm in my element to be talking about this stuff. But I don't know, man. It's like, what the hell? What the hell are people sending me? Yeah, great. She texted me. The one person when I'm home alone texts me a picture. See, I like that, though. I like that. I'm going to complain about it to sound like an asshole. But the truth is, when I get messages like that, it makes me feel warm. I like that. She sent me a picture of a dog with a beer, and she said, this reminds me of you, he. And see, I like that. I'm not going to complain about that. But because I'm a comedian, I also got to say, yeah, she's a stupid bitch. But anyway, yeah, there's that. Anyway, that fucking just took me off my spiral. It's hard to talk about working out without sounding like a dick. You know what I mean? Like, I hate when dudes just start talking about, like, yeah, dude, you got to get these gains, and they're posting pictures of their muscles and stuff like that. It's funny if they're like ripped and they still have a beer gut. I like that because at least they're being real. But when they have muscles on their muscles and they're doing that and they're posting like weird angled photos and they're flexing in the mirror and it's just like either like Playboy Cardi or like old 90s grunge music. You look like a douche. Like you look like the biggest douche. And then like they show them smoking it. So it's like, yeah, I'm a fucking bad boy. I'm smoking a fucking cigarette and getting drunk. It's like, okay, you're not a bad boy. You smoked one cigarette and you probably didn't like how it tasted. And now you just thought you looked cool for Instagram. That's why you took the picture. You're not a bad boy. You're actually probably insecure. If I'm being real, you're probably really insecure. And that's why you got to post your muscles all the time. Hoping maybe one day a chick will probably like message you, oh my God, you're getting ripped. You want to work out together? And you fuck in your car. But reality is it's just going to be a bunch of dudes messaging like, nice gains, bro. Nice fucking gains. And it's like, and then you just feel like, oh, I guess I like that. Thanks, I guess. I wanted pussy, but I'll take the cock. I don't know. I don't know. I'm in a good mood. I got to do stand-up. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I'm working with the Texas Democratic Party, kinda, I guess. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm doing that June 7th, and I'm happy with it because I get to make some sketches with my friend, and I get to do stand-up, which is something I love, and I think I'm getting paid. And, like, look, here's the thing. I'm more right-leaning. I've never voted a day in my life, but I'm mostly right-leaning, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like, I'm actually more of a libertarian, and, like, not in the new sense or, like, the term liberal, because the term liberal is it's thrown around like a... It's thrown around like Emily Willis's pussy. It's just everywhere. You can use that for anything. It is kind of funny to insult people and just be like, when they're doing nothing, just be like, ha, liberal, because that's the new gay. But anyway, what was I trying to fucking say? I'm more libertarian. I guess that's where my views are. I'm probably not gonna vote ever, just because I don't know. But anyway, I'm doing stand-up for the Democratic Party, and most of my family, they're right-leaning. And I was going to tell them to see their reaction, but I was still kind of nervous to talk to them because my dad's one of these people where if he finds out you voted for Biden, he'll just stop talking to you. Like, you could, honestly, that's worse. Like, for how right-wing he is, he's fine with gay people. But as soon as they find out you voted for Biden, get the fuck out of my house. Like, he's had homeless people at our house. My dad's friends with a lot of homeless people. I'm not saying this as a bit. Like, he's just friends with a lot of homeless people, and these dudes are cool. I've grown up knowing these people. Like, they never done anything bad to me. I've almost seen them like uncles, but they're homeless people. They'll just come to my house, and my dad will pay them in drugs. Paid, allegedly. If anyone from the government's listening, my dad allegedly paid them in Percocet and weed, and sometimes a Mickey's. But allegedly, he did that for them to do manual yard work at my house when I was 4. But, so these had like homeless people and all that coming over to my house, and they're no one to talk politics. Like, these people don't give a fuck about politics. They're worried about, all they give a shit about is when's that pill going to come in so I can numb my tooth decay pain. You know what I mean? But you'll have people like that over at the house, but if you're liberal, get the fuck out. So when I told them, before I told him, I just kept thinking, this is worse. Like, I could come out as gay, and that'd be better news to him than I'm doing stand-up for the liberals. The Dems, but I call them liberals. And when I told him, he was perfectly fine with it. He was like, are you getting paid? I was like, I think. And he was like, what are you doing, stand-up? It's like, how much are you getting paid? Probably 100. And he just said, nice. Like, you're not mad. It's like, I'm not mad. You're going to shit on them, right? I was like, yeah, probably. I don't know what I'm going to do. I probably am going to shit on them. But, I mean, again, I'll probably make fun of both sides, but it is funnier to make fun of liberals because you're just like dorks. And, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. My mom didn't really care either, except there's a congresswoman there who's going to be there who I want to do this because my mom hates this lady. Like, every time she sees her on the news, my mom will just be like, she has valid points, though. Like, my dad just gets angry for the fuck because it's fun for him to get angry, and it's fun to watch him get angry. Like, Shane Gillis has a whole bit where it's like their dads are drunk and they're watching the news. That's my dad, and I relate to that completely. So my dad will just see Biden on TV and he'll just start like, fuck you, motherfucker, like when it's like the opposing football team. Whereas my mom, she'll actually make calculated arguments where, again, she's smart, but when she does it, it's not fun. When my dad does it, it's fun. It's fun to be stupid. It's not fun to be smart, right? When you have the smart guy saying smart shit, yeah, he's smart, and I'll give him that. He's smart, and he's saying shit that makes sense completely. But when you just have the dumb guy over here just saying, fuck you, motherfucker, with like a beer in his hand, that guy's just instantly more fun. That guy's like done some shit. That guy's gone to a donkey show in Mexico, allegedly. But that guy's bet on a dogfight. He's a cool guy. He's lived a life. Maybe he has some scumbag in him, but who doesn't like a scumbag? Every movie that comes out now is about a scumbag. Shameless is about a family of scumbags. Euphoria. Everyone in that show is a piece of shit. I've seen it. I don't like it, but I kind of like to hate watch it. The editing's cool, but the show's fucking stupid. But everyone in that, it's a scumbag, but you like them. Iron Man, scumbag. There's a second movie. He's just a fucking alcoholic, and he's kind of a dick to everybody, but for some reason, people like him. The character Deadpool, another one, kind of a scumbag. Scarface, major scumbag, and is into incest. People like a scumbag, and I don't know what it is about scumbags that draw us to them, but they're fun. I'm a comedian. I'm friends with a lot of comedians. Only 3 of them are decent people. 4 of them are decent people, but a majority of them are degenerate scumbags. I'm a degenerate scumbag. Yesterday when I was cleaning out my closet, I found a bag of Coke. I haven't done Coke since, oh yeah, I did do it 3 weeks ago, but that was one time. But I was had a big Coke problem back in January, and I wasn't going to do it, and I found a bag of Coke in my closet, and I was like, I'm going to do it. And the girl I'm living with took it out of my hand, poured it in the trash bag, so now it's completely gone, so I couldn't go fishing for the Coke. But I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm a scumbag. And I told her, it's like, look, lady, I'm not going to cheat on you because I'm not that kind of guy. But if I promise you I'm not going to drink, I'm definitely going to drink. But it's like, I'm not an abusive drunk either, all right? I'm not an abusive drunk. I'm just going to get drunk, watch TV, and maybe I'll snore in your ear kind of drunk. So maybe like if snoring in someone's ear while drooling on their neck is abuse, then lock me up. Or I'm just a fucking loser. But yeah, man, life's good. Life's good. How long have I been doing this so far? I'm at 17 minutes. Let me see. Let me text this. The lady. Hold on. I'm texting my lady friend. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, but I mean, I'm just trying to like get my shit together. Lately, I got kind of angry because I was gonna start college. Well, it's not college; it's technically a trade school. I was in college and I dropped out, and just to do because I thought I'm gonna make it as a comedian. It's like I think I am. I am confident in myself that I will make it as a comedian. But I also understand that it's gonna take some time because I could easily do the Reels thing and you could go the Kill Tony route, and maybe I'll get good luck and do that show, or I'll get terrible luck and I'll bomb. And I'll say I'm going to kill myself, but I'm not going to kill myself. I'm at the right level of depressed where I'll just kind of threaten suicide, but I won't actually go through with it. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm scared of death. I mean, of course I am. Who isn't scared of death? Anyone that says, I'm ready to die, and they're like 20, and they're just saying that because you like Nirvana, they're dumb. They are dumb, and they don't know what they're saying. But, I mean, also, like, I guess people have cancer who are terminally ill. They're like, well, you kind of have to be ready. But, like, I would never, like, kill myself, and I would, and if I did, like, I threaten it. And the only reason why, like, I wouldn't do it has nothing to do with, like, fear. And, yeah, fear is an aspect of it, but the main reason is because I'm lazy. You know what I mean? Like, I've thought about it. I even wrote a note, and when I wrote the note, I was, like, writing it, like, I was, like, 2 sentences in, and I was just like, wow, I sound like a bitch. And I just burned the piece of paper. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm not going to kill myself. So there's the note. Carlin has a whole bit on it, but there's the note. And then there's, like, the process of doing it. So you have to go. It's like, first off, if you go to the store and you buy a rope and a stool, that's like, what are you doing with that? What are you doing with that? Or if you go to the gun store and you just say, it's like, what do you, and you know nothing about guns? Because chances are people who, like, know a lot about guns, they probably won't kill themselves because they've been so, like, lectured on gun safety. So they probably wouldn't kill themselves. I mean, they probably would with a gun, but actually, I take that back. I don't know. But you go to the gun store, and I'm assuming if you're one of these people who really don't know much about guns, you just ask, what will do the most, what guarantees a kill. They're probably going to say, they're going to look at you funny because either you're planning on going back to school or you're going to kill yourself, especially if you're ordering something that's like not meant for hunting. And then, or I don't know. That's kind of a dumb one. But there's that. And then like, I guess you could poison yourself. Oh, what the fuck? Why are you turning my TV? I like my TV on in the background, but it just turns off sometimes and it's not. And he's like, did I give you permission? You're my property. You're my technology. Who said you could turn off by yourself? I don't give a fuck if you're not in use. I like the nice little background pictures of the beach and somewhere in Europe that you're displaying because it, honestly, it just calms me. And yeah, I mean, it's the same reason like lately, what was I saying? So there's that. So it's like, maybe you could do like an at-home DIY method to kill yourself, but I don't know. This is definitely, if this gets any traction, which it won't, it's just going to be my friend Greg listening to this, which, by the way, what's up, Greg? My N. Didn't say the N-word. I said N. How you doing, man? Love you. But if you're going to kill yourself, like and you're like you don't have the supplies, it's hard to like explain why you're buying this. I mean, most of the time, you're probably going to go through like a cashier who really doesn't give a fuck. They're probably high off like a Delta 8 pen, and they're going to see it, and they're just gonna be like, all right, next customer. So, I mean, or there's also Amazon. You can also do Amazon, but yeah, I don't know. What else? What else is going on? What else is going on? I'm honestly thinking, speaking of that, I am thinking about buying a gun. Not for suicide. I honestly I don't know if I trust myself with a gun, though, just because I do drink a lot, and I could see myself walking around in my house with a cowboy hat and boxers, just waving the fucking thing. So, actually, that's not a good idea. But I do want to get a gun. And that's just because guns are cool. Like, I know that's a hot topic, but guns are cool. I live in a desert, so I just want to go and shoot and blow shit up, like old cars, like Hunter S. Thompson, because that's just cool. I'm not going to use it for any violent purposes. I can't even, I'm not really a murderer. I'm kind of a pussy. And I'm not going to use it to use on myself. I just like guns. Guns are just fucking cool. I've never understood I guess I get it, like when a shooting happens, some people are like, take the guns away. But I've always thought, like, if they did ban guns, that whole argument's just kind of stupid. Because let's just say we get a politician who wins and they try to ban your guns. It's like, you think people are just going to willingly give up their guns? Because guns are expensive, first off. Some guns have, like, the reason people have them is just because, like, maybe they're passed down from a grandfather. Like when my grandpa died, piece of shit. But when he died, my grandpa was a great hunter. So when he died, he passed his guns down to his kids. So they have some of them have sentimental value. Are you gonna take those guns away? So it's like I look at it like the whole, and like let's just say like a majority of the population gives up their guns, right? Let's just say they do in this fictional world. It's like, what makes you think that's going to stop guns? Like, remember the war on drugs? You took drugs away, and it just made it easier for kids to get drugs because you don't have a guy carding them at the store to get their drugs. They have a shady guy with a soul patch in a van giving them drugs who's probably also trying to fuck them. You know, like, I remember when I was 13 years old, and I just started smoking pot. I don't smoke pot anymore. I gave that life up for a better one, a life of cocaine and alcohol and nicotine use. But when I used to smoke pot, or I say that like such a fucking dad. Oh, when I used to smoke the ganj, I don't know what to say, weed. I just call it weed. I don't know the new slur. Is it Zaza? I'm not saying Zaza because Zaza sounds fucking stupid. And also when I think of Zaza, I think of that dude from the Goofy movie. Pauly Shore's character says, leaning chair or cheese. I think of pizza. I think of the 90s slur for pizza. Anyway, what was I saying? Like, remember that? Or, like, when I was a kid, anyway, what was I saying? When I was 13 years old and I started smoking weed, I remember I had to ask my cousin to get it for me. And when I asked my cousin to get it for me, all he did was tell me to download an app called Snapchat, which I had no idea what Snapchat was at the time. Little did I know it was an app for cheating on your partner. But I was told to download an app called Snapchat. And I got a person to add on Snapchat, and I said, hey, can I buy weed from you? And I didn't know how the process worked. And also, I just wasted my money because later, like a month later, I found out my dad smoked pot. So I just stole nugs from him. And he had good shit, too. And anyway, I did that, and I remember meeting this very sketchy guy who came to my house, and he was probably like in a Nissan that smelled like cigarettes and weed, and there was like cigarette holes in the passenger seat, and I had to go in the passenger seat, and he made his girlfriend or whoever this random lady was go in the back of the car, while me, a chubby 13-year-old, wearing a shirt that says, "Hey, don't mind me, I'm gaming," is right next to him, trying to buy a bag of weed, and I looked young, and this dude just sold it to me, and I don't want kids to do that with guns. I mean, when I say, oh my God, I just said that loud. I don't want my kids buying guns from a sketchy person. If they're going to buy a gun, I want them to get it the American way if they want to shoot a place up. No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying, like, that's going to happen because kids, they do get guns. That's the truth. I knew some kids in high school who had guns, and those kids who had guns, they weren't shooters or anything like that. Most of them are just like, they listened to some rap songs and they thought they were hard. They didn't even grow up in a bad neighborhood. I went to their houses. They're pretty nice. Then they got these guns that were like bedazzled, like they were pink and they had like big clips and stuff like that. And they're like, "Yeah, check this shit out. I'm not even black, but I say the N-word and I think I'm black." And then you call them a wigger and they're like, "What is that, bruh?" And then like now 3 of them are dead, but I knew people like that who had guns, and they weren't gonna shoot up a school or anything like that. They just want to go on Instagram and take pictures of that with money from the weed selling they've been doing because their mom just got divorced and they're trying to rebel. But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of people who are going to get guns. And I think obviously, I just think they should just make it harder for, like, more strict to get guns. But even the kids that shoot up schools, it's like they even buy the gun. They just stole it. They just stole it from their parents. I don't know. Maybe make better safes. I don't know. Maybe don't let your kids go in your room. Maybe that's a good one. Hey, don't go in my fucking room, you little shit. And here's what you can do. Here's what you can do to just never, if your kid walks in your room just snooping, if you ever just want them to stop, just put some sex toys everywhere, but make it smell. You don't have to have used them. Just make it smell. And when they see that, because every time a kid walks in, their parents fucking, it traumatizes them for life. It's one thing that will scar them, and they'll probably never want to walk in that room again. So maybe, I don't know, have them walk in. It sounds gross, but maybe do that, or maybe just make them think mom's a gross, disgusting whore, and they don't want to look her that way, so they don't want to go in her room. I'm just saying traumatize the fucker so they never do that. You know what I mean? It's almost like beating your kids. It's like, I'm not saying beat them senselessly, but, just give them a little pop on the head. They're being a cunt. I say that as someone who's not a dad, but has a dad, and that dad did that to me, and it kind of disciplined me. So, yeah, maybe just do that. Wow, I've said I want kids to be school shooters. I've basically said traumatize your kids by putting sex toys everywhere. Wow, this is one hell of a podcast. What else should we talk about? You know what never gets done anymore? You know what I never hear about anymore? People who commit arson. Oh, dude, we need to bring, because it used to be serial killers. I've never even heard of like a serial arsonist. But I want a serial arsonist just to go around setting like, fucking set Burger King's on fire. That place sucks. Leave McDonald's alone. I know it gets a lot of shit. Actually, In-N-Out. I live in Texas, and I know some people who go to California to get the fucking In-N-Out shirt, and they eat it, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is the best food ever. This is the best food ever." Like, it's fucking gourmet. It's not. It's fast food. And here's the thing. I've been to In-N-Out. I didn't go to the In-N-Out in California. I went to the In-N-Out in San Antonio when I was on the road doing comedy. I wasn't going on the road to go eat a fucking salty burger. I was going on the road to damn fucking work. Because I'm better than everybody. But anyway, I tried it, and it was okay. It wasn't great. Was it San Antonio or maybe it was Austin? I don't remember. But I tried it, and it wasn't good. It wasn't great. It was okay. And if I never had it again, I'd be perfectly fine. And people that shit on it, it's like, it's better than... I hate when people shit on McDonald's like you've never had it in a pinch. You know what I mean? Like, you ever just been really hungry and it's like, oh, shit, McDonald's. You're like, you know what? I could go for a Big Mac. Yeah, I could go for some fries. And then later they're going to be like, yeah, that place is fucking disgusting. It's atrocious. It's like, it's not atrocious. I won't even say it's disgusting. It's okay. And that's what most fast food's supposed to be. It's supposed to be okay. Now, if you're constantly craving fast food, you're a fat fuck. But if you just have it every once in a while, that's fine. You shouldn't feel ashamed from it. I'm just saying that because the guy from Super Size Me just died. And that one was like, I never really liked I never got it. It's like, isn't the whole, because I know they made 2. One of them was just shitting on McDonald's, and that really didn't do much. It didn't really affect the company at all. They just honestly, they're just like, oh, cool. McDonald's is the only fast food franchise which has had movies made about them, and no one ever says it's the McDonald's movie. Like Barbie had her own movie, and it's like, oh my God, it's the Barbie movie. But it's like Super Size Me. It's technically a McDonald's movie. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. It's a McDonald's movie. Even when I saw it, I was a little fat kid, and I was like, you know what? McDonald's, some fucking nuggets and some sweet and sour sauce. I'm pretty goddamn good right now. And then there's the founder, which is about which is again the McDonald's. Even the McDonald's logo is in the poster. It's Michael Keaton, I believe, standing in front of the McDonald's logo, and no one ever says it's the McDonald's movie. It's the movie about the guy who stole the idea of McDonald's and made it a fucking awesome company. But people don't ever say the McDonald's movie like they say it's the Barbie movie, it's the Mario movie, it's the Garfield movie. No. But McDonald's has had 2 movies about it that were, I'm not sure if the founder was as culturally affected, but I know Super Size Me was. And the movies are basically shitting on the company, and nothing happened to them. They just benefited from it, and they sold some fucking burgers and shakes, and they won. I never even seen the founder, but I think I got it right. But yeah, I mean, I don't get why people shit on McDonald's so much, and then they act like they said something like that's so like profound. It's like McDonald's is good, Taco Bell's good, Burger King can burn in hell. They should make a Burger King movie. That's what they should fucking do. No one ever wakes up in the morning and says, you know what? I want me a Whopper. I want a Whopper. I want a Whopper, and I want those fries that for some reason aren't hot, and they're not cold, but they're not. I like thin fries, and I don't want fucking fingers. I want diabetic fingers. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I slept on the couch last night, so I'm also sleep deprived. So I'm gonna just be chugging fucking Red Bull all day. That's the plan. What else is going on? I'm trying to see if I can go on for 40. I saw the Garfield movie this weekend, and I saw it because the girl I'm living with loves Garfield. And when I saw the Garfield movie, it wasn't bad. I thought, honestly, when I saw it, I thought it was going to be a shitty fucking movie, and it wasn't. The only thing that I'd say was bad about it, and when I say this, people are going to be like, then it was a shitty movie. It's like, no, it actually wasn't, because I like the animation. The only thing that was bad about it was the voice acting. Chris Pratt plays Garfield, and I'll say it, I like Chris Pratt, but terrible voice actor. Please stop putting him in everything. Like, if you want to put him in movies that are live action, yeah, go ahead. But don't put him in, like, in the Mario movie. Everyone was talking about the voice. Right? It's like, it sounds nothing like the Mario voice. And then he was like, and then people were like, give him the benefit of the doubt. He might be the best Mario. And in the trailers, all you ever heard from the fucking guy was, woohoo! And then all he did was say this, it's a me, which sounded like he was trying to do Borat, and he wasn't doing Borat. That's his version of Mario, which anyone could fucking do. And so he's a terrible voice actor is what I'm trying to say. And when I saw Garfield, I didn't see Garfield. I saw Chris Pratt. I'll tell you it was a good fucking Garfield, and I know people shit on this movie a lot. Fucking Bill Murray. Bill Murray was perfect for that role because the whole thing about Garfield is he's supposed to be a sarcastic cat for fat mothers to wear shirts of. That's the point of Garfield. So I saw the Bill Murray one. Bill Murray's perfect for the role. That's my fucking Garfield. But no, they chose Chris Pratt. And it's about Garfield was abandoned by his dad, and his dad is played by Samuel L. Jackson. And the whole time when you're watching, it's like, it sounds like Samuel L. Jackson's trying to do a Seth Rogen impression. And then you see the movie, and it's just like, you're just blown away. That's like, oh, this is Samuel L. Jackson, the guy who says motherfucker and likes it and tries to get Leonardo DiCaprio to say the N-word on the Django set. That Samuel L. Jackson is the guy who's playing the silly Garfield dad. And the best part about in the movie was Odie. Odie was the best part in that whole movie because Odie like doesn't talk and he's just like a badass. Like he can do cool shit. And like I can't believe I'm talking about the Garfield movie like it's a piece of cinema, but it is. Like and I like movies like that, and it feels like kids movies. Like I'm not gonna lie, it reminded me of like the kids movies I used to watch back in the day, like when I was 5, and they had some. I'm not gonna say edge, but it just felt silly, and they felt like, you know what, we can have some cartoon nonsense in it. And now it's like everything feels like it's too soft, or maybe I've just grown up. Like I love my little cousins, but they love this show called Bluey. And I'll see the show, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Fucking watch Ed, and Eddie goes fucking hard. Someone here? Who the fuck's in front of my house? Ah, it's the fucking people from the power company. I'm not fucking opening it. But yeah, like, watch some cool shit. Don't watch this gay fucking soft shit. And I saw it, and it actually looked pretty good. And then they showed some trailer for this other movie about a robot in nature, and that one looked pretty good. Spider-Man was pretty good. Overrated character, by the way. But Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I like Miles Morales better than I like Peter Parker. I'll say that. But I think Spider-Man as a whole, overrated character. Batman, perfectly rated. Come at me. Come at me. I'm strapped. I have a tomahawk under my bed. Come the fuck at me, bruh. Yeah, Garfield was pretty good. It was great. What else? What else is going on? Gotta go write some sketches later. I gotta take a shower. I gotta take a shit. I gotta... I gotta get my notebook. I gotta pack some clothes because I'm filming today because I'm an actor. God, dude, you know, I always thought acting was gay. I never did theater in school. I never did anything. I used to make fun of the theater kids, not to their faces. I do it to their faces. There was one girl in theater who I really wanted to hook up with. But she never noticed me, so I was just kind of bitter about that. So I always thought theater was gay. By the way, I saw her acting. It's terrible. So I want it. And I've done sketches. And I'm not going to lie. I think I'm a decent actor. I don't think I'm a great actor. I'm no Al Pacino. But, I mean, I'm pretty good at playing myself. Which, it's really, that's all it's about. I get into the character as myself. I think, what would Paul do if he was a fucking asshole? And I'd be like, oh, yeah, just be himself. Because he is an asshole. And I'm not one of these guys like, I'm an asshole. I agree with it. No. I hate that I'm an asshole. I don't realize I'm being an asshole sometimes. Like, the girl I'm staying with, she told me, you know what your problem is, Paul? You don't think. You do shit. You don't think about what other people's opinion of it is. It's like, that's the truth. I don't. But I don't do it maliciously. Now, if I was doing it maliciously, that's a cunt. And that does not make me a cunt. I just don't think. I do shit without thinking sometimes. And then later I think about it. What's it called? In hindsight, I'm like, oh, man, that was kind of douchey of me, but I don't really think about it. You know what I mean? At that point in time. Because I'm always just living like, I live fast, I guess, you know? But, I mean, I think about it. I think about a lot of shit. I mean, clearly, if you've listened to this podcast, which basically could be a manifesto, I'm doing my manifestos differently, though. I'm not doing this whole I'm gonna write a script and post it on Reddit manifesto. No. I'm taking the manifesto business to a whole new level. Podcast manifestos, dude. Podcast manifestos, manifestos are the way to fucking go. But yeah, what the fuck was? Man, I've been losing. When I do these, I have no train of thought. I don't write anything down. I just kind of go off the dome. I want to do these more because actually this felt nice. This was a nice, refreshing rant. Home alone, I'm just pacing in my room. It honestly feels like I'm doing stand-up. I wish I could do stand-up like this, but I haven't built an audience yet, so I have to do jokes, which I hate. But it'll take time. Well, give it time, and maybe I'll start. Hopefully, I get an audience. That's what I want because I've seen some comedians here who have an audience in the city. One guy I know has one in Laredo and stuff like that. He's a super cool guy. But I want an audience. That's one thing I just really want. I want people to come to see me, and I can talk about what I want instead of having to be that stranger who's trying to win them over, which, I mean, that's what builds you as a comedian. But I don't want to talk comedy business. Talking the comedy shit's just boring. No one wants to hear a guy talk about his job. It's not even a job. It's a hobby. You ever see when someone gets in a hobby and they just talk about it over dinner? It's like, what have you been doing? What have you been doing, Patrick? I've been putting boats in bottles. That's fucking cool. Not really. It's boring. You know what I did the other day? I cheated on my wife. Yeah, I ate a Hooters girl's pussy at Applebee's. That's what I did. And it's like, Patrick's just gonna be like, oh. And Patrick's a good guy. Patrick's fucking good. He's just a normal dude. But the dude who likes chaos just lives even though he's just doing shit that makes him a piece of shit, he just lives a more interesting life. Patrick doesn't exist, by the way. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think this podcast maybe just sound like a total asshole, but fuck it, I'm gonna upload it. I didn't say anything racist. I didn't threaten a politician. I didn't admit to anything. I did admit to doing cocaine, but I mean, fuck, dude, what, guys can't have fun anymore? I didn't, yeah, this was fun. I think I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully I can start putting these out more when the family's out, and it should be fun. I liked this. Anyway, this has been an honest conversation. I am your host, Paul Ramirez. Let's hit the fucking 40. We hit 40, motherfucker!